What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be looking at the month ahead for Geminis. That's right, if you were born between the days of May 21st and June 20, then your sun sign is Gemini. You are one of the twins, and we're going to be looking at the month ahead, April 2017, and we're going to use this Druidcraft Tarot here to tell us what can be expected in the next month, what hurdles you expect to see, what kind of energies you're bringing into the month, and just get a predictive reading of what you can expect in the next 30 days. So I'm going to shuffle up and center myself here using the Druidcraft, as I said, my favorite tarot deck. It's been trimmed. And we're going to ask the question, what can Geminis expect for the month of April? This is a 9-card spread. Oh, excuse me, no, an 8-card spread. 8-card spread. Let me just shuffle a few times here. Until I feel it's sufficient. All right. Alright, Druidcraft is a really big deck, so the 8 of Wands here got kind of cut off, but it's the 8 of Wands. And we have some interesting cards coming up here. Just give me a moment to get an overall impression of what's going on here. Alright, we'll start with the first card here. And this card represents last month's energies. And we have the High Priestess. I'm getting the feeling that March was a very introspective time for you. Geminis are very social people. They like to interact and talk with people and really just be socialites. But I'm getting the feeling that March was kind of a quiet month for a lot of you. You were spending some time being introspective. Maybe some of you were considering the path you're on and whether or not you want to continue on that path. I'm getting the sense that maybe some of you were unlocking some psychic abilities, spending the last month meditating and going within for answers, as opposed to your usual way of going about things, which is to be social and to interact with other people. So I'm getting the feeling that March was kind of a strange month for you guys, and you may have experienced a growth period because of it, but many of you may have seen it as sort of a negative, quiet, sad time. I guess it just depends on your outlook as a person, but yeah, I don't see anything wrong with going inward and going against who you are naturally. I think that's a good thing, to be more well-rounded. So I'm getting the feeling that March was a strange time for some of you, but a beneficial time if you choose to see it that way. This card here represents the current energies, and we have the Hanged Man. I'm getting the feeling that you guys are in a state of limbo at this time. Maybe you went inward, you got introspective last month, and a lot of information came up that it's going to take a while to process, and you may or may not have understood what all the messages meant. So I think at the current time you are kind of processing and trying to figure out what the last month meant to you. You're not sure what to make of it. A lot of you are probably wondering, like, what was that about? That was a weird month. What happened in March? And that's understandable. But I think now, for a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of patiently waiting to move on to the next phase, the next cycle of what's happening, and try to process the information that you've been dealt here. And I'm getting the feeling that it's pretty quiet right now. But things are moving pretty slowly for you, and we'll see how it picks up when we look at this card. This is the overall energies for the month of April, for next month. And the Prince of Pentacles is telling me that you may go back to that energy of March. It's going to be a quiet, kind of slow-moving, prodding energy going on in April, where I think there will be a focus on money and putting the effort into acquiring money. So work is going to be a feature of the next month for a lot of you. But it's not going to be like one of those crazy, hectic months. I get the feeling that it's going to be more of a quiet, laid-back month where, you're focused on work and around the home, and perhaps even traveling for some of you is a possibility in April. So it's going to be kind of a slow month. Nothing too crazy, nothing too hectic. About pretty much business as usual for Geminis. Making money but it's going to be different in that I get the feeling of sort of a quiet month, maybe not as social as you usually are in April, more focused on your own personal things. All right, the next card is what to hold on to in the month of April. And we've got the Queen of Wands. I'm getting the feeling that in April, this card is telling you guys that you really need to stay on task. It seems like you guys are, all three of these cards here, 1, 2, 3, all three of them are kind of saying that, there's very laid back, very chill, very non-committal sort of energy, all three of them. But I think this card is saying that in April, you really need to hold on to that passion and that fire that that propels you to do the things that you love. So the Queen of Wands is saying, do the things that you love and put the action into getting those things. Maybe the desire here is to work on finances, but is that your main passion? I think this Queen of Wands is saying, follow your passions this month, and you might find that will help you to crawl out of this introspective kind of journey that you're currently on. And, the urge to make money and to progress in the society is always extremely strong, and you feel like that if you take any break, if you stray away from the rat race, that you might miss something, you might fall behind. But the Queen of Wands is saying, follow your passion, do your passion, put effort and energy into your passion, and I think you're going to find that life becomes more fulfilling than you thought it would be. So hold on to that in April. Hold on to that fire within you and the desire to do what you love to do. All right, this is the biggest hurdle that you're going to face in the month of April, and we got the Two of Cups. I'm getting the feeling of friendships causing some strife, some aggravation. There's going to be some tension between your friends, maybe even your closest friends. Maybe your significant other, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your husbands, your wives. I feel like there's going to be some strain there, and there's going to be some tension. It's going to be because of emotions. I'm getting the feeling that you guys might be missing each other. You might be on different wavelengths of emotion with those closest to you, and that's going to be a hurdle, is trying to stay connected with those people close to you. Like these three cards are kind of telling me that you're deviating from the standard Gemini way. So maybe people around you aren't really sure how to cope with that. They're not really sure what's going on here with you, and so your relationships may be kind of strained as a result. So there's going to be some strange energies between those closest to you, those closest to your heart. But keep in mind that if you follow your passion, then you'll get back on track. And it's not that you're off track, it's just that you're not exactly who you usually are at this time. A lot of strange energies surrounding Gemini, if you ask me, at this time. All right, so there we go. That was card number 5. This is card number 6. This is what to let go of. Okay, the Prince of Wands is going hand in hand. If the Queen of Wands told us to hold on to that fire and that passion, the Prince of Wands is saying that you need to let go of the desire to just do things without analyzing them, without thinking about them, without consulting others. The Prince of Wands is someone who's just going to charge in. He wants to go get ice cream, he's gonna go. He's gonna get in his car right now and get ice cream. Okay. The Prince of Wands wants to quit his job. He's just gonna quit. He's not gonna look for a backup job, right? He's just gonna, I quit. Better call unemployment office. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So I think this card is telling you to let go of that desire to just throw caution into the wind. Be sure that all your moves, all your actions are calculated and methodical so that you are not making a mistake. You know, your drive and your passion isn't pushing you too far beyond your boundaries and your limitations. So be intelligent about things. Consult your heart, consult your friends and family before you make any major decisions this month. Don't make any decisions by yourself or without really thinking about things, because like I said, you know, the energies of right now are seem kind of strange right now. So you don't want to do anything out of that. You know, you may be, this is not going to apply to all of you, but you may be in a weird state right now, a very strange state to you, and you don't want to make too many decisions in this state without some proper meditation, which is what you guys are doing. I mean, you're in the Hanged Man phase right now, so a lot of you are very contemplative, and that's good. So stay contemplative and don't charge into battle, okay, unless you've really thought things through. The seventh card here is the people around you. We have the Eight of Wands, a lot of wand energy in this reading, and this is telling me, I'm getting the feeling that the people around you are going to be very busy. They're going to be doing their own thing. They're going to be putting in work. They're going to be putting in energy, and they're going to be zigging and zagging and flying all around. And I guess this kind of contrasts with the reading here, where, you know, you guys are feeling more laid back at this time. You're feeling more like you want to just chill and think about things. And the people around you are going to be kind of opposite. They want to get things done. They want to go. And I think that, you know, that might be the reason why you're going to have problems, right? All these cards are connected, by the way. That's kind of the reason why you're going to have problems with your closest people, is because you're on different wavelengths. They want to get things done. They want to progress your relationships. They want to, you know, make more money, and all the things that the other people want to do are not exactly going to be in alignment with your chill, layback, meditative state right now. So I guess that's kind of why, maybe a reason why you're going to have some problems with your closest loved ones. I mean, this is very general. It could be for a lot of different reasons, but generally speaking, I think people are going to be on different wavelengths than you in April. So keep that in mind as you're interacting with people, that not everyone is on the same wavelength as you. And if their energy is really buzzing so much that it's affecting you in a negative way, then you just got to step away from that situation and take some time to deal with things in the way that you want to deal with them. All right, the last card is the biggest lesson to be learned this month, and we have the Princess of Pentacles. I think the lesson here in April is about quiet contemplation. And I'm getting the idea that this contemplation is surrounding your business or your job or your home, some tangible earthly thing. I think the biggest lesson here is that you, like we've been saying, you really need to think things through. You have to be very contemplative, very meditative. The lesson here this month is to be analytical rather than instinctual. Right? Rather than making impulsive decisions, really take the time to calculate things. Is your business going the way you want it to go? Are you doing the things in your business that are going to get you to your goal? Ask yourself that question. Or in your job, am I doing the best job I could possibly be doing? Is this the job I want to be doing? How can I improve my abilities in my job field? These are questions that I think are going to come up in April, and that you should really address, if you can, preemptively even. Or home questions. Do I really want to live here? Is this this place right for me? You know, am I contemplating a move? So I think the lesson here in April is that you really got to focus on you this month in April. You guys got to take some time for yourselves. To sum it all up, I get the feeling that you're coming off of a strange time, an introspective time, a kind of a solitary time, which is, you know, like I say, it's kind of strange for a Gemini. And you're kind of in a waiting phase. You're not sure which way to progress. Coming up into April, you're going to start to get more focused on your career, on your job, and you're gonna start asking questions about it, and that's good. That's a good thing. Make sure that everything. If you get an answer to a question that you don't like, then something is wrong, and you're gonna have to get deep and meditative on it and figure out what the problem is. Be sure to follow your passions. Don't get too wrapped up in other people's energies. Don't get too wrapped up in business because you got to leave some room for your passions and the things that really make you happy. The relationships, your closest relationships, there might be some strain, and it's going to be a challenge for you to keep those together 100% because, like I say, you guys are kind of on different energies. A lot of you will be to your friends and family. So that is something you got to keep in mind. The people around you are going to be very hectic. It's going to be kind of a crazy time for the people around you while you're, looking to chill and lay back a little bit. So don't let their energies affect you, and learn the lesson. Get clear on your goals, clear on your attitudes towards work, money, finance, and your home life. And use this downtime to really answer some questions that you've probably been putting off asking yourself, right? If we're being honest, Gemini, these are questions that I don't think Geminis routinely ask themselves, right? They're more interested in other people and learning new things. So is your home situation, is your living situation where you want it to be? That's the question you need to be asking, okay? So that's going to do it for today's April reading. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys want a more personalized reading, then go check out my Etsy store. And I have a lot of personalized readings on there that you can take advantage of. And for the month of April, since I'm just opening my shop, I want to offer half off all readings to you, my friends and family. So use the promo code FriendsAndFam50 at checkout at my Etsy store, and there's half off everything. So now's the time to get a reading from me, a more personalized reading. Again, this is just for the overall energies of Gemini, but we can look deeper into your energies in the next month, or we can answer questions, or just look at a quick 3-card reading. Whatever you want to do, it's all there at the Etsy store. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this. Leave a like if you got something out of it. Happy taroting. Peace.